Oh wait, I didn't full screen this. Let's full screen this before anybody's here to party. Okay, there we go. Okay, maybe I need more light if I turn this up.
More light, less light, all the light, no light. I think I have too much light. I think I need to turn off a light. Am I too bright?
No, you're fine. Let's see. How do I share this with people? How about that?
I
Share.
might be helpful. Do 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 do. See, just like these
Oh, Jen's here.
stupid
Okay.
undercut things don't
Yeah.
braid in well. It's very annoying. I got this side.
Hold on. If
Now
I...
this side is loose and weirdo-ish.
If I
Are you
do
having
this...
fun?
No, don't open my Discord on the thing that I'm showing. Discord, stop. Be on this screen. Okay, we're good. It's all good. I can copy that link and I can paste it in there and then we're good. We're good. It's all good.
We're good?
We're good. Hey, and Sherry's here, and Susanna's here. And Asa's here. Isn't it like 2 in the morning for you?
Us is living her college life right now.
Okay, hang on, I gotta fiddle with this light. This is too much light.
That's better.
Okay. There we go. Probably not a smart idea to stay awake, but still. Yeah, you know what? You do what you gotta do. I'm eating junk food on stream, so you know what? Whatever. It's fine. It's all fine.
I know. You're like,
We're all living our
for my
best
dinner to
college lives
arrive.
right now. We're in our pajamas. We're gonna hang out on the internet and eat junk food and stay up too late.
McDonald's so bad. Everybody's eating junk food. No, I want junk food. Dang it. Dang it. Look how long my hair's getting. Oh, for me. For me. It's getting long
I gotta fix this
for
light.
me.
It's bothering me so much. Okay, if I crank this to its maximum, well, God, if I don't strobe it in my face, 7, 8, 9, and if I do that, that's better. We fixed the problem.
I didn't realize there was a problem, but
I was having a problem. I have solved my problem.
Finished the live stream earlier today, and my Amazon package arrived in the mail. Look at this wee little USB hub.
Oh, that's so cute. It looks
so
like
tiny and cute.
It looks like a slice of a toaster.
It does. It's got 7 USB ports. So I can plug this into my computer, then I don't have to unplug my microphone to plug in my printer.
Yeah.
Ports, guys.
First world problems.
First world problems, and I needed to solve it. So I did. It was like $25, so I ordered it. Done and done. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
So I assume Phaedra's cat tree is right behind your rocking chair, but
Yes.
it kind of just looks like Phaedra's floating over top of your rocking chair right now.
Well, she's the tiny dictator. I would not put floating outside of the realm of skill sets that she has to wake up one night. She's just rotating over top of me, yelling at me. Yes, no, the cat tree's behind the rocking chair, tucked in the corner. She's probably up there cleaning or napping or doing whatever a cat does in a cat tree.
Doing what cats do.
I don't know what cats do in cats' trees.
And no, Sherry, I did not have a nap. I went for a walk, and that seems to have largely worked. Well, I drank my water and I ate more food and I went for a walk. So I'm more awake than I was earlier. Also, I'm naturally nocturnal. So that helps. Also says I have not... Oh.
Go. I'm not doing anything important.
Also says, I have not cast on anything for the Cal. Too tired to think color work. I'm just doing potholders tonight. That's
Totally fair.
It is 2:30 in the morning. I'm really surprised that you're still awake. It's like, I call myself nocturnal, but even at 2:30 in the morning.
I don't have all of the stuff crafted.
You don't
Well,
have all the
gotta
stuff
fix
crafted?
that.
Which
I don't have
stuff?
all the stuff crafted for
Which
Boyfriend
stuff?
Dungeon. I don't know what I'm missing. I
Oh.
only have 39 of 64. Well, that's
Oh.
not okay.
No,
I
you
need
gotta
to
craft
finish
way
that
more
one.
things.
I have to craft way more things, and whatever the heck the recipes are. I suppose that's for making clothes. I only
Probably.
have 4 of 8 designs. Find all the outfits. Oh my god, I got 10 more outfits to go? Sweet Jeebus. Why do I have to find
Asa's
more
been up
hats? I
since
don't even have
7
hats. Asa's crazy.
and has gone to
I
work
love her.
and the opera.
Yes.
You know you can do multiple things, like you can spread your things across multiple days. Like you don't have to do them all on the same day and just like stay awake for 36 hours. You can sleep in between and do them on different days. There's a thing you're allowed to do.
Okay, I've got like many more hours of Boyfriend Dungeon I have to play. I can't take that game off the computer yet.
So I installed Elder Scrolls Online. You definitely want to open it up before you want to play it, because there's like a million, there's like 4 more installers and a million I agree to have my information stored on this server in this country things you have to go
So
through.
what you're saying is start tonight because I read those.
Yeah, there were definitely like 4 of them.
Sweet. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat's. Okay. I will do that. Short of taking my bra off, I'm as comfortable as I get, guys.
I realize I look exactly the same as I did earlier, but I promise you I did put on pajamas. I'm also wearing the podcast sweater because it's really comfy and I like it.
This is jersey cotton. I've slept in this.
I would sleep in this. It's a little too warm for that still, but I would sleep in this.
Well, I was kind of drunk after a wedding and I'd been in a lake and it was really warm, so the dress was kind of damp, so it was keeping me cool. I think I went to bed at like, me and Charlie went to bed at like 4 in the morning. And then we were both up at 7:30 and he drove me back to the city. Wasn't the
And you
original
probably still
plan.
went to work that day, didn't you?
No, I went back to bed. I took the day off.
You're not quite that hardcore?
I'm only so crazy. No, I hadn't planned to go back that early, so I thought I'd be staying out in Show Lake for the day, but I went home in the morning because Charlie wasn't originally going to be the one taking me home. My car was in the shop. I didn't want to drive it out. Like, I couldn't drive out. My car was in the shop, so. But the person I was staying with had to change plans, so we changed plans. That's what we did. I need that boho freaking cardigan sweater.
Knit all the things faster.
How am I? So I'm not starting it till February because it's going to be a great 2-week sweater challenge. But I need to find yarn for it. Was what I was supposed to be doing this afternoon. Oh wait. What I was supposed to be doing this afternoon was cleaning my space and finding the last of the Halloween craft all the things stuff I wanted to do this year. Guys, got any Halloween crafting suggestions? Halloween crafts?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I
like how we've just accepted that Erin's moving to Norway now.
Yes. I don't know if like Erin's husband's aware Erin's moving to Norway yet.
It sounds like also the dog's moving to Norway too, so like I don't know if the husband knows that he's moving to Norway yet.
Apparently, he should be informed he's moving to Norway. He might find it a helpful pieces of information.
Susanna's here. No bra on. Yes.
Good. That is the way it should be. If I was not
be.
visibly on the internet, I would also be sans bra at this point in my day.
I was slightly concerned about white material being see-through, and I'm like, I'm comfortable with you guys, but like this is on the internet forever.
On the internet forever. Yeah. Hey, I'm no makeup with my hair in pigtails, which normally not even Diana sees me with my hair in braided pigtails, so
no,
I'm about
that's
as comfortable as
rare.
I can get. It is pretty rare. I need Halloween crafts, not like massive beasts, because if I'm going to do a massive beast, there's a Halloween corner-to-corner blanket that I can make that's a cat looking at a spider.
Oh, that's
yes,
cute.
If you guys want photos, I can share photos.
Tracy's
but I
here.
feel like
Just had dinner, now relax time? Yes, it is.
I haven't technically had dinner, but now all I can think about is getting a double quarter pounder from McDonald's, and I don't have money for it.
I'm
I'm very
sorry.
grumpy about this. It's not your fault. You didn't. Well, okay, technically it is your fault because you ordered in dinner, but I mean, it's not your fault. I'm broke. It's my fault. I have no spare money.
In my defense, the food was supposed to show up like 20 minutes before we were set to start, so like
Mm,
I would have been done before we started if
that's
it had
totally
showed
fine.
up when it said it would.
It's totally fine. This is that corner to corner cat blanket. It's just a couch throw size,
Oh, that's so cute. I love it. You should definitely make that.
but I'm very
Also, was
tempted.
asking if there was anything that you started last year and hadn't finished yet. Sherry's suggesting Little Knit Pumpkins and finishing Jack and Sally.
Yeah, I've got Jack and Sally that I have to finish, and I should actually go look in her Etsy store to make sure that she doesn't have more Nightmare Before Christmas patterns that I can crochet and build too. So there's that. But I'm sort of starting to figure out what I could do. I think long term. Oops, let's stop sharing because I'm on Ravelry and that's not good for everybody. Stop sharing. I definitely put the fall collection ghost sweater pattern, which you can make different types of pattern sweaters out of, into the cart to purchase today from Ravelry.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was on the Fiber Friends Friday night knit in earlier, and Louise was asking if I might be okay doing a tutorial for crocheted snowflakes in like a week or so, or this week.
Ooh, that'd
I
be
think I
fun.
can do that.
So I'm gonna move
Well,
this
it's
farther
it's a
away so I don't hit
tutorial,
it with my
so
burger.
I just need to give a nice background and a nice colored worsted yarn so everybody can see the stitches, so I can show them what they're doing. So I'm definitely okay with that, but I definitely want to cast on that ghost sweater, and I kind of want to cast on those socks also, was showing us earlier. She posted a link for. But I got super distracted by that boho cardigan. Sherry
Right.
went and bought yarn. Was that the yarn Sherry went and bought? Was
I
that the
think so.
emergency
She
yarn?
said, I zipped out and got some impeccable for it. I think that was when we were talking about the sweater. It is
I think so, yeah.
heavy worsted, and I think that will be fine. What is that say?
Oh, yeah, that should be good. Oh, impeccable, hey? That's not a bad idea. They have really
Yeah,
good colors.
that cardigan does look really great. I'm just, like, it got a slight bit cooler, and I'm just like, color work, all of the color work winter stuff. I'm so on board with our Cal right now. I've never been so on board with a knit along. It's everything
All
I
of a
want to
sudden
do
it's
right
like
now.
12 degrees when you wake up and you're like, oh my god, give me some socks. I need socks.
Mm-hmm.
I need to cast on everything under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Everything under the sun.
Mm-hmm. Hamburger.
I have 4 pages. No, more than 4 pages of sweaters and a favorite bundle. I have 6 pages? Who needs 6 pages of just potential sweater patterns? Jocelyn, apparently.
Everyone does.
Jocelyn does. Apparently.
Also says it's 7 degrees there right now.
Oh, see, that's
It's not that
so
cold
nice
here.
to me.
It's 18 here right now. I have the windows open. That's nice.
I've had the windows open all day because our high was 18 today. What do I got going on here? 20 or something?
Some of the leaves are starting to turn.
Oh, we got 20 degrees today, but when I get to Osa's time, which is like 2 in the morning, we'll be down to 15 potentially. We might even get as low as 14 tonight.
Sherry says she got navy and medium gray. It's 25% off this weekend, so it was really affordable. Dang. Okay, so if anybody needed to buy yarn for the knit along,
for a
this
random
weekend is
sweater knit along.
Yeah, it seems like a good time to do it.
I posted it because I was like, oh, I think this will make a really great sweater for the 2-week challenge. Like nobody else is gonna want to do this in 2 weeks. It's a lot of knitting even at bulky. But I think it'd be great for the 2-week challenge with Louise. Should I share photos with everyone? In case there's people out there who haven't seen this yet. Guys, when I say the Discord talks all the time, I mean on the Discord we talk all the time.
All of the hours,
All
all
the
of the
time.
time zones.
All the
It's
hours, all the
24
time.
and muggy in
Absolutely.
Vancouver. Yeah, I feel
Oof.
that.
Ooh, that's warm. This is the sweater. This is the picture from the back. So it's knit and it's done in pieces. So you do the back piece, and then you do
Oh,
the
that's
side
interesting.
pieces, and then you seam up, and then you do your arms, and then the ribbing's done, which I like
That's
because
I
it's
like
done in
that.
because it's done in pieces. I can do a smaller back piece with the right size front flaps for the girls. So it's still nice and loose, but it's not obscenely baggy in the back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it actually fits across the shoulders so it's not falling off baggy.
Yeah, which I mean won't
I
work
like
if you
that.
got a
I like
sweater
that a
like
lot.
this.
It's got
Because when if
texture
you
and color.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
and
love
it's
that
like
so
slips.
much.
It's like slip stitches, texture, and mosaic knitting. I'm just like I need this in my life. I need this in my life. I need it in my life so bad. But yeah, you're definitely going to want to have the right back sort of fit so that it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't try to fall off given the drape on the front. So I was worried about it till I was reading it and realized, yep, that's knit in its own piece. So I can knit this at a literally like the second smallest size, and then do like the second largest size to the largest size for the front. Oh my god! I
I'll
just
take this piece and that piece and this other
oh
piece.
man, that's a pain in the butt.
Ooh, Sherry says when she woke up this morning it was 5. That's chilly.
Oh,
And
they're
also
doing a
says,
real fall there.
well, the Michael's sale yarn would be really expensive for her because, you know, you got to count in the
Yes, it
plane
would.
tickets.
Yeah, that would be a bad choice for Asa.
So, caveat. If you're living in Canada right
Caveat.
now,
Canada. You said the impeccable, hey? Hmm. Hmm. Impeccable solids. You think impeccable solids? Probably impeccable solids. That'll be a good one to go with.
also says she likes the cardigan but is not something I would use in a bulky weight.
That's fair. I mean, you can always size it down. You just do the math, right? Asa is super smart and can absolutely do the math. So I'm not worried about Asa doing the math. Oh, that works out great. And they're recommending 5 millimeter, but I would have to start at a 6 millimeter. And it says 18 stitches. What's the pattern call for? Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I don't need to have the picture up anymore.
Also says there's a yarn sale at her local yarn store tomorrow. If she wakes up in time, might go there. That
Kid.
reminds me, I need to buy. There's like a tiny like parking lot fiber festival. Fiber festival is generous.
Fiber market. Fiber market.
Yeah, it's like 4 vendors, but
Trunk show.
it's more like that. Yeah. But that's happening on the 12th, and you need to buy a ticket ahead of time, mostly so they can schedule people, just to keep the crowds down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a cursory $5, and you get the $5 off of anything that you buy. So
Oh, it's just
it's
so they know
literally
who's
for
going.
scheduling purposes.
Yeah, that's fine. Are you gonna go?
I keep thinking, hey, I should buy a ticket for that, and forgetting to do that. So I should do that.
Do it now while you're thinking about it.
Well, my hands are greasy, but so I'm gonna finish my food and then I'll do that.
No. What if I?
Did you take photos for the pot holders yet?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I could lie and say I did, but I've been eating nothing but leftovers. I'm not cooking. So I have to actually clean my kitchen so I can take photos because right now it's just stacks of dishes and stuff to do.
Mm.
Pattern calls for 12 stitches on 18 rows and 4 inches. An impeccable does.
We're having a local festival tomorrow. Lots of things happening in my local area. Is it Norway? Particularly Oslo is sounding like increasingly fantastic. I think
14 stitches on 24 rows.
I
I
feel
might be
like we
able to
need
manipulate that.
we
I
need to
know we
make a
need to
trip.
move.
I was gonna
Well,
say just
yes.
travel. We don't need to move, but we need to travel.
Yes, I
We need to do a
disagree.
European. The podcast needs to do a European tour. I think.
Come see us live in Europe. Oh my god, do you know how many empty suitcases we'd have to travel with? We would need Mr. B and your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that we could have an extra. Could you imagine me trying to tell Mr. B he needs to have a second suitcase in his first suitcase, not for him, but for me?
I can imagine the look he'd give you.
Like, don't judge me. Just please do this thing for me. Bloody will pay for it. Just do the thing for me. Okay, quick. Somebody who has some brain power.
Oslo has 15 to 20 yarn shops. I can walk to 3 of them. What?
That's just not fair. It's just not fair.
That's really not
I
fair.
cry foul. I cry foul. I mean, technically, I can walk to my local yarn store, but 3? Oh, it's so many more options. I need to math. Okay. If there's
Okay, what's the math?
22
Share your math.
stitches,
Crowdsource
there's
it.
20. Crowdsource it, hey? What do I got going on? Knitting gauge is 18 stitches for 4 inches.
Which is 4 and a bit
What's
stitches per inch.
Yeah, 4 and a bit. That's the precise thing. Like we need to get down to 18 divided by 4, 4.5. Oh man, 47 divided by 2. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can you guys hear my freezer cooling things down? I can.
Aaron says we need to travel with suitcases of Canadian yarn for Asa.
Yes. Well, I mean, we'd have to travel there with like at least stuff. But if we travel with only what we need for clothes, so like a hiker's size worth of personal stuff, then we can put the small suitcase in the big suitcase, and we can put that stuff in there, and then we can fill it the rest of the way with Canadian yarn, and then technically that gives us a suitcase and a half for things.
I feel like that could work out really well because you'd have to come to Toronto anyway to fly to Europe.
Yep. Yes, I would.
Just make sure we have the same flight out of Toronto.
Mm-hmm. You know I would. I do all the planning anyway.
Suzanne is offering brain power.
If I make the boho cardigan, throw cardigan, on impeccable, I gotta do a bit of math. Because I'm gonna have to knit. Because I want to be able to wear this outside. So I want the density. The pattern of the boho pattern calls for 12 stitches and 4 inches. The impeccable yarn does 18 stitches in 4 inches. Row count is fine, guys. Like I'm actually kind of excited by doing it the worsted because I can. There's more rows in those 14 inches, which means my body length will be longer, which is good because I'm tall, right? So having a longer finished garment, bonus. So because I want the depth of it, I'm going to have to take, I think, the finished bust size and times it by how many stitches per inch you get at 18. So 4.5, right? So I need is it divide or multiple? I need to figure out how many stitches I would need to cast on.
Okay. Cast on number converting from bulky to worsted?
Worsted, yeah. Noting I'm going to make the size... I would do the math for the size 50, which is the second largest, because I'll be fiddling with the back size and front size a little. But that's irrelevant. If I make it for the 50, if I do the math for the 50, I'll have enough yarn. Does that
I think
make
you
sense?
might need to do a gauge swatch in the Impeccable first so you find out what your gauge in that is. And then
I
you can
could
find out what
literally
your
just go.
ratio is to apply to the rest of the pattern.
I could literally just take a picture tonight and do that because I could go take a picture now and do that because I have the Saturday morning sweater is an Impeccable. That's why I got all excited. I'm like, oh, I knit Impeccable a lot. I quite like knitting Impeccable, which I should go do. Stupid hairs, undercuts, growing them out. Pain in the butt.
Sherry's plan is to use a bigger needle than Impeccable calls for, but a smaller needle than the pattern calls for.
Which makes sense because Impeccable calls for like a 4 millimeter or a 5 millimeter. Like I knitted on 6 millimeter to get gauged at 5 millimeter. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the sweater. Hang on. But I
Also
don't think I can
suggesting we
get
could do like Louise did and just go there and before we come home, just buy a new bag for all the yarn. Instead of trying to take one in the first place.
I do a little more planning than that. Not by much. That's how I travel to my mom's house, guys. Like the 1 year I flew, my dad's like, "Why is your suitcase heavy?" I'm like, "It's because there's a suitcase in the suitcase." And he looked at me and I'm like, "Seriously? I'm visiting my mother for a month." He's like, "Might not be enough suitcase." He wasn't wrong. Should have packed two. Getting me home was fun. Some of my stuff had to come home at Christmas. I told mom the mug was ordered. And I was like, "Do you need it desperately? Like, do I need to turn around and mail it to you?" She's like, "No, pick it up at Christmas." We're doing an order from Mbutech, which is the Canadian company that does the canes and the tips and stuff. She asked if I direly needed the tip. I'm like, no, I can wait for my new ball ends till December or Christmas time. Ooh, sirens. Getting excitement here.
How's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody working on? It's probably a lot of the same as earlier. Sound less enthusiastic. Hi, what's everybody doing?
All right. See, this is Impeccable. I have a gauge swatch.
Bonus.
I know, that's what I was thinking. And I like working in Impeccable. It's a really nice acrylic yarn. It wears well and it's got wonderful stitch definition. So it'll look good with that mosaic knitting. Pull it the right way out. I mean, look at that stitch definition.
Oh, that's lovely. That's the weekend sweater? Weekender? Saturday morning? Something about a weekend.
Saturday morning sweater.
Saturday morning sweater. I got there eventually.
Yep, I knew you would. I had faith. All right, so in typical Jocelyn fashion, where the hell is my phone? There it is.
Sherry's picked up her cowl again. Alsa's doing the pot holders.
Well, yeah, the pot holder doesn't require a lot of thought. It's kind of why I like the pattern.
Probably need to finish, take photos, and publish it for Jocelyn.
Shh. Maybe.
And Erin is spinning in bed. I have tea and cookies and no pants. This sounds great.
Listen.
I'm a little bit... I can't do the no pants because I've got a mirrored wall behind me. So if I were to stand up, there would be too much visible.
Listen, you all saw that I have no pants. The dress walked out of here.
Yes, but you still have a dress. If I had no pants, I'd just have no pants and there's a mirror.
Yeah. Okay.
So it says, I love that cup you have, Diana. I always think you have a really fancy drink. Everybody does. I like it. I like my spur of the moment splurge on a ridiculous milkshake cup at Icon that 1 year.
I feel like that was the best purchase you've ever done.
It's yes.
Okay. Now I have 1, 2, 3.
It was a fantastic impulse buy. I've used this cup.
I get 4 stitches per inch.
4 stitches per inch.
Now finding out the needle size is the harder part. That's okay. I have that gauge thing that also with me.
Susanna's working on the arrowhead scarf. I don't know that one. I'll have to find a picture.
Yes, please, because I want to
Is,
see what the photo is.
yeah. Jen has started the lotus flower beanie. I also don't know what that looks like. Also says, I have just tea, but I still have the dress I wore to the opera. Oh, so you're like really classy. You're drinking tea in an opera dress, crocheting potholders. You're just so classy. I can't even. I literally can't even.
I'm getting 4 stitches per inch on a 6mm.
Okay.
So I could go up to get down, because it's quite a dense, like it's a sweater.
Get up to get down. I gotta wash my hands before I touch anything because grease. The Bluetooth headphones should not connect, but in the event they do, I will be back in approximately 10 seconds.
Sure. Are we counting? I'm not counting, guys. Because this is quite, like, this is dense. Like, I could go up a needle. Okay, let's show you guys the knitted side. I could go up a size or 2 and have a slightly looser weave fabric, and that would still be okay. Without knitting the swatch, I'm estimating. I'll obviously knit a swatch once I have the yarn for it, but this is just estimating for yarn purchasing. So I'm okay with a little bit of math and generalizations until I have it in my hot hands.
That's not relevant to me.
So if it calls for quick, my brain's like, what's 4 times?
Also says they don't actually dress up for that much for the opera here, but still, you're ahead of us.
I only need to go down 1 stitch per inch to hit the bulky weight, and I'm at a 6, so I could go up to a 7mm.
Okay.
And that should do the trick. And the pattern calls for 8mm to 10mm, and I could do it on a 6 to 7 or a 6 to 8 for gauge, because obviously smaller needle for ribbing, right?
Mm-hmm. Sherry says she's gonna test out 7, 8, and 9.
That makes sense. I think 9 would be too drapey, because I did my Have an Arrow cardigan on worsted on a 10mm, and that was beautiful and drapey and airy, so that's too far off. It's what I wanted. It's what the cardigan was supposed to look like, but I definitely did it that way. So I would definitely want to.
Also, how much knitting have I done on the Hogwarts mittens?
None.
This much. Oh, there goes that light. I guess that battery's done. 1 second. Let me get more light.
You're having a lighting issue, are you?
Uh-huh.
I think that means what I should do is just stop causing myself stress and buy as much yarn as the largest size calls for.
That is, in fact, what Sherry has done, it sounds like.
Have enough. Then I will for sure have enough. Why am I trying to do this the intelligent way? That just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, Sherry says the mosaic might change the drape, though. And yes, she's not, in fact, planning on doing 3 swatches. 1 test swatch with 3 sections.
Sure, I would do 3 swatches, but I'm crazy. And I mean, like, I'm not casting this until February because it's going to be my 2-week sweater challenge. But if the Impeccable's on sale now, why wouldn't I get the yarn while it's on sale?
Yeah, for sure.
$2.85.
Plus, I bet they have, like, fall colors right now.
They might. I don't know. I haven't looked yet. $2.85. I can't even do simple division in my head right now.
You know, the computers come with calculators, right?
I'm
like
using a calculator. I'm using a calculator right now. Yes. I need 5 balls of my main color. If I need to math out 2 balls.
Sherry says she got 5 of the main color and 3 of the contrast.
Good idea. There's be 2 and a bit of the contrast, so yes. Now, what colors?
What colors?
A lot of colors.
Are we doing online shopping?
Yes, we are.
Do you want to share your screen so we can all online shop with you vicariously?
Sure. I would love to share my screen with you guys. Hang on, I gotta. Did you notice my forehead got really close to the computer and realized I was doing stuff on screen? I need to push the screen share button. That's green. Go. I'm gonna move the microwave. I'm gonna move the microphone out of the way for a bit, guys, so I can get closer to the screen. Please open up. What are you? You say royal. No. Rose, no. Rich orchard, that's brown. Amethyst is purple. Black is black. I have claret. Claret. I did the winter patchwork cardigan in claret.
Yes. Okay, so we're looking for the contrast color right now?
I'm kind of just looking at all the colors.
All the colors, okay.
If there's a name I like. Ooh, chocolate brown.
Asa says she likes your desktop photo.
Thank
I think
you.
we all want a room like that.
That's why it's my background. Should I do chocolate brown main body and a pumpkin contrast color?
Ooh, that would be lovely.
With that
brown and orange? That'd be very 70s, but I feel like
is.
that's in right now.
And I'm also old and don't really care.
That too. Also, it's just a solid color combination. Maybe not to like decorate a whole house in, but for a sweater, absolutely.
Yeah, because like the main body would be the chocolate brown, and then just like the mosaic color work would be in the orange. Ooh, that's a solid thought. Can I move you guys? Can I move us, Diana? I can move us.
Indeed, yes. We can be moved. In fact, that tells me that I should move us so that people can see all the color little swatches.
Good idea. Because there's always the classic burgundy with light gray. And there's nothing wrong with a good burgundy and light gray, because that's quite classy.
Sherry says she got sapphire and true gray. Ooh. In case you want to match or not match. Well, or just imagine. Sherry's pretty sweater.
Pretty close white sweaters here shortly. Because that's going to happen.
That's a very pretty white sweater. The sweaters like that make me just want to drop everything I'm doing and make a sweater.
No. Make a sweater? Yeah, I'm with you on this one. But wait. There's more colors.
There's 59 colors. Oh, you guys. We're going to be here a while.
There's a classic gray. A misty blue. I have thunder. It's in the Saturday morning sweater. Eggplant. Dark chocolate. Dark charcoal? Dark charcoal. That's what I'm looking at. There's the gold, because I've got some black and gold for another sweater. Which color's thinking about?
Are we feeling like a light color? Like an overall light colored sweater or a dark colored sweater?
That's the real question. What am I feeling? There's smoke. I think that's really light gray. I think if I did it with a light color, it would be a neutral with a pop of color. If I did that.
They seem like the sweaters that you like the most are always like or the ones that I see you wear the most seem to be like neutral with bits of color or just all one solid color.
Well, it's because I have to go with a bunch of other things in my wardrobe, which are inevitably a lot of color.
Oh, Tracy's suggesting pumpkin and gray.
Yeah,
which is also a solid combination.
Pumpkin color work. See, this is their classic gray, which is just a nice light gray shade.
That almost looks white.
It does, without being technically white, because the white is
very white.
Really white. It's come on, computer screen. Catch up with me. It's like I
Oh,
can't
that's
tell where
super
the
white.
ball of
Okay.
yarn is.
Okay, that's a very, very white. Okay.
That's a little too white.
So it you'd think it was white, except then you see the white and it just blows out your eyeballs.
Yes,
Okay. Gotcha.
because we've always got this old standby of almost white of
Mm-hmm.
Erin, but even that's still pretty white. That's a bulkier sweater, so we'll be wearing it in the fall and winter and stuff.
So we could go with faller colors. Hmm.
We want some rich orchard. See, that just looks like a reddy brown. Unless I'm seeing things.
No, it's like a magenta sort of. At least on my screen anyway, it looks sort of magenta.
Well, I could see a magenta call. No, I don't think so. I think I like the classic gray and something.
Also says using the white would require people around you using sunglasses.
It really would. I mean, I wear sunglasses all the time, but all that white bouncing off a white
Oh,
snow.
I got made fun of so hard in a meeting at work this week. Cause
You were wearing white?
no, because I was using light theme on my GitHub.
Oh.
Because now it comes with dark theme now, and I tried out dark theme for a while, but I'm used to it in light themes, so I just hadn't, and I didn't even think about it, and I'm just like sharing my screen, and a couple of the guys are just like, oh, my eyes, my retinas are being seared out of my head, oh,
Babies.
why do you hate us, Diana? Like, what? It took me like a long time to figure out what they were going on about. I'm like, oh, light theme, like, oh my god, you guys, you vampire devs.
No, they're fungus.
They're
Mushrooms.
fungus. I'm sure they would love to be told that they are fungus.
That's what my mother calls me. She's like, could you turn on the light, you fungus? I'm blind. What the hell do I care if the lights are on?
Fungus. I'm gonna store that one away because for whatever reason we have a lot of really cute mushroom emojis at work.
Oh yeah, you've got mushroom emojis. They have to be fungus.
Well, there's like a happy mushroom dance emoji that's just like is a cute little mushroom just like trundling along, like having a grand old time, and I use that as my good morning emoji sometimes. But I feel like this could become a friendly insult. I would like to start fungus as a friendly insult.
I have to go with the classic gray, either with burgundy or like a deep forest. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I think my other light's gonna go out soon. Well, this will be fun.
You're just not having any luck with your lights today. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, I didn't have them fully charged. I thought they were more charged than they apparently are, so, we'll figure it out. The lighting is not going to be good today, but that's fine. It's just alive.
Ooh, or do I buck the trend and go teal mosaic color work with a gray?
I feel like that and white, maybe? Maybe not the true white, maybe like the warm off-white.
Or the light gray.
Or the light gray, yeah.
Yeah, because like the pale gray, that would look really nice. Okay. So you have 3. Add 2 cards. I have to take some stuff out of my card because I got too much in my card. I have added thank you.
Oslo is endorsing the teal.
I think the teal with...
I do like this teal. Teal is main color or teal is contrast color?
Contrast color. And then the main one being like the classic or pale gray.
So a very light gray body with teal color work. I can see that. That would be stunning. I like that very much.
There you
I like that a lot.
This classic gray, which is like an off-white gray.
Yes.
Done.
So like an almost white, but not a white that doesn't require sunglasses.
Yes, pretty much.
Oh, I'm into it.
How many did we say we needed? Sherry, how many balls in the main color did you buy?
It was 5 main and 3 contrast.
Okay, thank you. There we go. Yes, thank you very much. You added stuff to my cards. I appreciate it. There you go. We have now bought things.
Sherry says, Lol. And we both end up with gray and blue.
Yes. Oh, this is my life. Am I done cart shopping? Nope, but we don't have to share the screen anymore. We made the big decision. Itchy ear. I had my headphones on for most of the day.
Oof. My head would be flat. Or dented. I don't know.
My head was flat to start. It didn't really change much for me.
So I have a question about these mittens. I'm doing just a plain ribbed cuff for a few inches.
Yeah.
And then the color work is going to be in black because they're Hufflepuff mittens, right?
Yes.
Do I add any black stripes to the cuff? Or do I just do a solid yellow cuff and save the black for all the color work?
How much black do you have?
I had an entire ball of it. I have lots. Way more than I need.
Then you could stripe.
And then
But isn't striping and ribbing a pain in the butt?
It's not that bad. I was feeling like maybe like, because it also depends on how long do I want this cuff, because I can just kind of arbitrarily choose.
Mm-hmm.
But I was feeling like
they're tiny
and also
people, so like
remembering their children. So I'm feeling like maybe half an inch of the yellow, half an inch black, half an inch yellow, and then get into the actual color work. Because that would be an 1.5-inch cuff, which on a smaller human is probably plenty to tuck into a coat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be okay.
Okay, that's what we're doing now. And I would like a more precise measurement than holding my finger up to the thing. Why am I measuring things in half an inch? Like, let's do centimeters. Let's say centimeters. You know what? We're Canadian. Let's do metric.
Sure. How many centimeters are there in a half an inch?
Close to 1, but more than 1. But it's a reasonable. It's probably like 1.25 centimeters. I'm just eyeballing it. I could look it up.
Yeah, do it at a centimeter.
Tracy says, "Kids don't care. Make it easy."
Kids don't care.
Wait. Okay, lots of people had opinions. Okay, we have stripes. A couple of those chevron stripes from the cat mittens. The whole thingy isn't chevroned though, so I don't. I don't want to figure out chevrons in ribbing. Do one round of plain stockinette in yellow, then rib in the black, then you don't get that pearl bump color change. Yes. Kids don't care, make it easy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'll do about...
Dinah likes doing things on hard mode.
I do like doing things on hard mode. Mm-hmm. That's not quite long enough for a cuff, though. Yeah, because 1.5 inches is nearly 4 centimeters.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's do this as 6 centimeters. Do you think? That's probably too long for a cuff. This is
Diana. You are pretty much the size of the child for wrist and hands. So
is that
like a
good cuff? Is that a good cuff length?
I tend to prefer long cuff lengths, but that's because I really prefer having that extra length to tuck in coats.
0.5 inches is 1.2 centimeters. Nice. Kids need long cuffs. Okay. So we're gonna do this in centimeters because I say so. And it's gonna be a 6 centimeter cuff, and it's gonna be 2 centimeters per stripe.
Because I say so.
Because I say so, and these are my mittens. Well, they're not my mittens. They're mittens that I am making with my own 2 hands, and I get to decide these things. So ha 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 ha.
You do get to decide these things.
6 centimeters is what I use for me, says Asa. Perfect. Okay, let's do that. Because, yeah, I'm making them to fit my small adult hands, so they will definitely fit children for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Because the nephew is 9, and I'm so terrified of how tall he's going to be when I finally see him again.
Hey, wait till you see my niece.
Oh, I
remember her when she was short.
Not anymore. I remember her being close to my height, but I'm quite certain she's past my height now.
Oh yeah, she's almost my height.
Okay, okay. Just really holding to that promise of being taller than you.
Yep. She is determined. Let's say that.
It's nighttime. I don't feel bad about yawning now.
I wouldn't feel bad about yawning whenever you're tired. It's a natural body reaction. It's a thing
Something
that
just
we do.
It's just very cozy and warm in here, and like there's crickets outside, and there's like nice light in here, and it's warm and cozy, and there's yarn, and there's people, and I'm just like I'm just comfy, you know?
Yes, I do. I know. That's why we're doing this. It's not actually too dissimilar from a knit night, an e knitting.
There's just fewer voices and more text.
This is true. It's a good way to do a Friday night. Chillax, hang out, drink tea, and spit in bed like Erin's doing.
Oh man, bed. That'd be nice.
When
Like
did
a
you
knit night
get
at
out of
Cozy
your
Cafe.
bed?
Never mind. It's not important.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But yes,
That's what I
Asa, it's
thought.
like a knit night at the Cozy Cafe. Yes, I agree. Mm-hmm.
I want it to be the middle of September so bad.
It's coming. It'll be here in like 2 weeks.
I hate waiting. Uh, I know I have to wait. Guys, I ordered merch from our merch store.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I hate waiting. I totally understand.
I'm awake. No, I'm not.
Well, I was awake for a good chunk of the day. I had milk coffee.
I had no coffee today. Did not end
Oh,
up
that
having
explains
any.
it.
I did
That
have,
explains
we
it.
stopped at a new bubble tea place on the way home though from the library.
Hmm. Was it tasty?
It was alright. I had it was like a London fog, but bubble tea. It was alright.
Interesting. Hmm.
Which is basically just Earl Grey tea with milk and I got instead of the tapioca pearls they had honey aloe vera, which was interesting, but I don't think I'd do
Huh.
it again. I didn't super enjoy the texture. Like it was fine, but I prefer the regular tapioca texture or like other jellies to the aloe vera.
There's other jellies?
Yeah, it there's like lychee and I don't know, some other fruit sometimes, depends on the place. But it's like a fruit jelly, so it's like if you have a jar of jam and like the bits that get on the edge that get like really firm and they're like their own
Yes.
little bits, it's like that.
Sure. I've always just had it with tapioca.
Which is a perfectly fine way of doing it, and I will probably just do that next time.
Not that I get bubble tea very often. I get it very rarely.
There's so much bubble tea around here. I don't know if it's a Southern Ontario thing, a Waterloo thing, or just because we're so close to two universities, if it's just a university thing. I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Also says, I've never tried bubble tea. That should be a goal. It definitely should be a goal. Bubble tea is good.
Yeah, it's a nice beverage. I like having it every once in a while. It's not one of those like I go out in the morning and think, oh man, I need a bubble tea. But if I run across a bubble tea, yeah, I'd
Yeah,
stop
it's
and
like
have
a
one.
fun, it's kind of almost like, oh, it's kind of like hot chocolate for me. Like, it's not something you want all the
All the
time, but like,
time. Yeah.
as like a special treat sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Jen says someone opened a bubble tea truck in our town. Nice. That
Cool.
bubble tea truck.
It's a perfect food truck food.
Yeah, I suppose it's pretty quick to make.
Mm-hmm.
All you really need is refrigeration. And the
Perfect
fun
for
machine
junk
that
food.
stamps the lid onto the cup. Sherry says her kid makes delicious bubble tea. Okay, so we're going to Sherry's house, and we're going to get
Got
some
it?
bubble tea.
Yep. I
Can
don't see a
I pay
downside.
for my bubble tea with, like, baking or something? For how many cookies will it take to get a bubble tea?
What is a cookie to bubble tea ratio?
Exactly. What's the going rate in cookies?
Uh,
It says, I've also never had bubble tea. The thought of swallowing the tapioca makes me want to gag. Fair enough, it's not for everybody, but like it's like a chewy thing. It's like a drink, but you have to chew some of it. That's not selling it very well at all.
that's selling it really badly. You
It's
need to stop
selling
now.
it poorly. Okay, let me try again.
I am.
No, I'm gonna stop myself before
Don't
I even start
just
that sentence. Let me try
just.
again. But yes, I can pay in cookies, and the ratio is 1 to 1, which is
Okay.
great. I thought it was going to be like a multiple cookies per drink thing, but like 1 to 1 is a fantastic ratio.
Oh, gosh. That's okay. It's one of those. What's that kawaii crepe everybody gets excited about?
They get excited about it. I think for the same reason they get
Try.
excited about baked expectations. Like it's Instagrammable.
Yeah, where I'm like, it's fine. I'll go there. I won't go to baked expectations, but
I don't
fine
know,
on
it's
there.
decent. It's fun food to eat when you're a little bit tipsy, and they are right across the street from the bar, or they were before the
No,
Toad moved. I don't know what
the
they're across the street
toad.
from now.
The toad has moved. It's in the old Bucacino's location.
Right, because Bucacino's doesn't exist
Bucacino's
anymore.
closed. Yeah, they closed down.
I remember things.
Yeah. So the toad moved there.
I only remember that the Toad moved because I was planning on doing a going away party there one evening.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I'm like, oh geez, I hope they're open in time. They were not open in time. For reasons outside of their control.
Yes. Well, there's only so much one can do.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure out how to sell bubble tea because now people in the chat are like, oh, I don't know if I want to try it now. I'm like, no, but it's good. How do I explain that it's good? Like, it's weird and different and unlike any other drink that I've ever had, but it is good. But it's not like anything, so I don't know how to describe it.
I have to remember Diana also likes kombucha, so
Okay, but I like sour things. Basically, I like everything fermented.
essentially, yeah.
I
Bubble
like
tea
most
is a
fermented food.
very, very nice beverage. The added benefit to it is it has beads traditionally of tapioca or lychee in it, and those tapioca or lychee beads add a different flavor burst and texture combo for you.
It's chewy sugar bits in your drink.
It just sounds wrong. Like you should
It
never,
just
don't ever do merch. Don't,
too late. I've done merch.
don't do ad spots. I like your description for the hot beverage conveyance. Then I feel like you were like, that's it, I'm tapped out. Everything else just has a regular name.
That was the only one that struck me as like, yes, this is what this needs to be called, and like a lot of the other things are just like, it's good enough, and like the backpack that I just put up like the other day, and I'm like, you know what? Their description is fine. I don't need to write a new one. It
I
sounded
didn't even
cheerful enough.
look. I didn't even look. Asa was like, I need a backpack. And I went, oh my God, I need a backpack.
A backpack hadn't occurred to me, so a backpack was not a thing that was available when I was ordering merch samples, and yeah, so I might need to order a backpack.
Yep, that's fair. Totally fair. I don't think anyone's going to tell you, no, you've done all the work for the store. I just want to wear the merch.
I debated
Short of
really
like,
hard about going out in the sweater today, but then it was too warm.
it's too
It's
soon
the
to
only
wear
thing that
sweaters
saved me.
outside.
Because then
It's
I was
too
going
soon.
to take like the tote bag because I was going to maybe do some shopping because there's little shops around where the library is, and I'm like, wait, do I need the sweatshirt and the giant tote bag and the face mask all at once?
Oh my
No, this is
God.
not a fiber festival. I do not need to do that. I should not do that. That is too much. One piece of merch at a time in public. Unless it's a fiber festival and then go all out.
It's gonna be like, Jocelyn, do you know where Diana is? It's not hard to spot her. She's got so much white on, she glows, guys. You'll be able to find her no problem.
I still think sometimes about designing a pair of like sweatpants with the logo on it, just for me. I don't think anybody else wants podcast merch sweatpants. But I want the suit.
You want the jogging suit?
Heck yeah.
I mean, I laugh, but you know I'd take a pair of sweatpants if they weren't like fleece lined or crazy, right? Pajama pants. Oh man. Jocelyn, are you living the Northern Knits podcast life? All day, every day, baby. From dawn to dusk. Diana's got me covered. uh, oh, goodness.
Also says we need caps too.
I would wear a baseball hat.
See, I looked at that, but they're like, A, I don't know that they come in white, but also they want like embroidered stuff, and our logo does not embroider well. No. Like it just...
No. I was thinking we should talk to the gentleman who designed the logo.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And see if he could trim it real nice and tight for us so we could put stuff on different colored shirts.
Well, I see. I've even done that in Photoshop because my limited Photoshop skills allow me to do that. But it just, because it's otherwise so thin, it just doesn't stand out on anything remotely dark.
Yeah, because like the only thing I could think of is to make it a circle so that you had that white circle with the logo. But then that would look weird on some stuff.
Yeah. So like that may work on a hat though.
Might. That's
it's
okay.
Just the logo itself is so thin it just gets lost easily.
Oh yeah. On the bright side, you still have like enamel pins to go. That's a huge project.
Yeah, enamel pins is a whole other thing because I can't drop ship enamel pins. Okay, no. So here's a little bit of background about the store. The store works on the principle of drop shipping, so I don't have a warehouse full of merch here. Your order goes somewhere else, the thing gets made and sent to you. I never see the things that you order. But for enamel pins, I actually have to order them and have them arrive to me or you or wherever. I have to place a physical order of like 100 pins or something and then have them somewhere physically, and then I am the one that has to mail them out. So that's a whole other project beyond just, designing the pin in the first place. So that's an after project.
That's an after project.
I want the store to run for a little bit and not have problems, and then I can do enamel pins.
I figure we don't really need them till next year when we're getting ready for conventions and stuff. Like if we've got them ordered sometime early next year so that we have them for fiber festivals and stuff, then people can just come find us at fiber festivals to get pins. Except for Asa and like the people who like live out of country. I'd be fine mailing them pins. Aaron should just have to come pick up a pin from me. I don't... I don't know how chat's doing. I can't check the thread. The ladies were all teasing Louise on the Fiber Friends check-in because she counts the votes because I put up an assortment of items for people to vote on to decide what I'm working on, so I don't have to make the decision. I just have to narrow it down. So they were voting between fingerless mitts or this sweater. I'm a morning person. It's actually late for me.
It's barely 8:30.
I'm normally in bed by 10. I start to wind down at this point in the day.
Fair. Shh, telephone.
So they were doing the voting, and Louise counts the votes, but she doesn't like fingerless mittens, so they were all accusing her of fudging her votes so that I'd work on the sweater, not the mittens.
Uh-huh.
Joke's on her. I just cast it on new fingerless mittens today anyway.
And Rachel has joined us in chat. Glad you can make it.
Hey, Rachel.
Erin says if we get enamel pins, she can sell them in her booth for us.
Mm-hmm.
I am into this.
Well,
Gosh, it'll
I'm
be
there at
amazing
the
when I can
booth
actually
most of
see
the
people
time.
in person and like exchange physical objects.
I got a hand massage from Mr. C last night at the Path to Glory campaign. He noticed that because I'm learning the fantasy Warhammer, so I'm watching them play and asking questions about
Oh, is
rules
that
that don't
the
make
Age of
sense to me.
Sigmar one?
Yeah, it's Age of Sigmar 1. That's a good way of referencing it. So they're playing their games and having fun, and I was talking, and he's like, "You stopped knitting," because I was working on the roundy sock. I was like, my hand hurts too much because I've been knitting like it's my job. So I've been putting in 12-hour knitting days.
Oi!
A lot of knitting. My hands were quite sore, so I stopped. So he's like, "Okay, give me your hand." So I gave him my hand.
You're reminding me I
his
should
one-
stretch. Haha.
Yes, you should stretch. This is one of my exes, but he's really good at finding joints, especially in like your hands or your shoulders, and getting the pressure points to release. So, oh man, it hurt. It hurt while he did it, but oh, it felt so much better afterwards.
Yeah, I bet.
It felt really good. But yeah, stretching is important. You need to do that.
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now.
I know.
It is now 3:30 in Norway, but
Oh
Erin...
my god, awesome.
Erin is falling asleep and it's only 8:30, so
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It is what it is. Hey, we've got gaming tomorrow.
We do indeed. I'm excited about this. I got as far as the character creation and then I turned it off. But I had to like make the account and agree to all the things and like, yes, fine, have my soul, just let me play your game.
It's fine, let me just have my soul. Just play the game.
I mean, that's what we do, right? Like, Facebook, have my soul. Google, have my soul. Random gaming company, you can have my soul too, why not? You know, gotta spread the Horcruxes around.
Gotta spread the Horcruxes. Oh my god. You're not wrong.
That's what we're doing, right?
I can do that tomorrow morning because I get up well before you do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Jen says, I had to quit knitting and get in the hot tub. I need my evening soak. Oh my goodness. Jen in the hot tub and also in her opera dress. We're being outclassed here.
I'm okay with it.
Hot tub. Can you tell I'm a little bit jealous?
I need to go to what's that place that makes the really good bath bombs and like natural beauty supply stuff? Natural beauty.
Cannot help you. I've seen so many of those now.
It's in the mall. It's by David's Tea in the St. Vital Mall.
Lush, Bath and Body Works.
Lush.
The one that you can smell like one hallway away?
Yeah, it has the pyramid section with the bath bombs.
Yeah.
I need some bath bombs.
A random interesting bit of swag that I got from work was a bath bomb. I still have that bath bomb. I should use it.
Use that bath bomb. People are going to be looking at you funny because you haven't used your bath bomb.
It's fun. It's a core bath bomb.
Sure.
The department I work in, my department at work is called Core because reasons. Where's the thing that I can show you the Core logo? Because it's actually pretty good looking.
I don't know.
Oh, here it is. It's the Core logo.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. You know, that's like layers of the earth and stuff. So there's a bath bomb that I assume is layers of blue. It's just blue on the outside and it's labeled with the Core logo. So I assume it's layers of blue like the Core logo.
Possible. Well, I figured I should be able to around Christmas time find a really nice Christmassy vanilla.
Ooh, yeah.
Bath
I mean,
bomb?
shouldn't you be able to find vanilla all the time? Because, like, it's vanilla.
Yes, but
It,
it'll be paired with lavender. Ugh,
I see nothing wrong with this. What's wrong with lavender?
gross. Gross. Not for Jocelyn. Not for Jocelyn.
Rachel says the only swag we get from work is beer. Yeah, well,
That's pretty good swag.
work gives us interesting
Nothing
swag.
wrong. Nothing wrong with beer swag.
Oh, we have an employee resource group
Mm.
at work. There's like the women's ERG at work, but they got merch too, which was not free. It's not random free swag from work. I had to actually buy it, but
Yeah.
they have retro branded stuff, so it's like women's ERG, but then it's got like all the like fun geometric shapes and bright colors that are like late 80s, early 90s.
Oh. Okay,
So I got a
see why I
water
bought it.
bottle and a cropped hoodie, and I'm really
I
excited about it.
totally understand why you did that.
Yeah, right.
Totally understand why you did that.
They're so fun. Rachel says that Lush has separated the lavender and the vanilla in their bath bombs. So you
Thank
need not
God.
fear.
Thank God.
Oh no, whatever will I do? I'll just have to get 2 bath bombs to have lavender vanilla.
Ugh. Ugh. I mean, I don't disagree. Lush has got some serious scentage.
It smells strong.
Serious
Like,
scentage.
I like some of it, but like some of the fruit smells in particular, like when it hits you in the face before you've even got to the entrance to the store, it's like that's too much scent. There's too much. Let's just dial it back just a little bit.
My all-time favorite shampoo and conditioner come out of Lush.
Fair.
And my all-time favorite take everything off my face wash comes off of Lush. Like for the days when I've been out for 14 hours and hairsprayed my face, I use that
Mm-hmm.
charcoal scrub because it comes off. Everything comes off, including like the first layer of my epidermis. And it's exactly what I want. My skin is squeaky
Solid.
clean.
Sherry says, "LOL, 90s retro. I'm offended." Hey, 90s kid. I'm aware that I am retro. I am an elder millennial. I've come to terms with this mostly.
No, you haven't.
Mostly. Getting there. I'm working on it. I'm working towards being okay with it.
That okay.
I've accepted it, but I have yet to achieve being okay with it.
We just like to scar my niece by showing her pictures of when the clothes were first done the first time around. Her mom were wearing them.
I feel like the nostalgia cycle is like getting shorter, cuz like I don't know, I guess 90s to 60s and then 2020s to 90s. I guess is still a 30-year cycle. I don't know. It just seems like it's I didn't really expect the things that I was into when I was 5 to 10 to be in again so soon.
Oh, it totally makes sense to me.
I don't know. I thought it would take longer or be more different or something. I don't know.
No. No. The funny and the sad thing is when you start recognizing music on the elevators because it was a top 20 hit when you were younger. Where you start hearing kids on the bus or walking around talking about that new song that they're listening to and you realize it came out when you were their age and they don't know what it is. Oh my gosh. That's what it hurts. That's what it hurts.
Erin says, "We've been watching Seinfeld and I've been making Tristan feel old when I ask questions like, what's a TV guide?
Shit.
How do
And
you
I
not know
spent
what a
time
TV
with
guide
you.
is? I thought we were the same age. How do you not know what a TV guide is? Those things existed forever." She says they're on season 5 and she was 1 when it came out.
Are you Googling to check dates and years?
No, I don't. I am not that determined to figure it out. I'm determined to knit a cuff on a mitten. Sorry for making people in chat feel old. If it's any consolation, about a month ago at work, I went to a presentation from the Gen Z interns just about
Sure.
what all the slang means.
Because you don't know all the
And
terminology anymore.
I found it so enlightening.
Because you don't know anymore.
Yeah,
'Cause you're too old.
exactly. And it's sufficiently different that I'm like, there was like, at some point, there was a video on the internet that I missed, and this is why I don't understand this. But of course now it's become its own like cultural thing, whatever the thing is. But yeah, I had to go to a panel of Gen Z interns talking about Gen Z stuff and what it is so that I could understand it. So I'm that old.
I don't understand 2/3 of the stuff that comes out of my niece's mouth. I don't get it. My usual rebuttal is, I'm old, you have to use full sentences, and I don't know what emojis are. She just laughs at me and she goes, okay, Auntie Joe.
Yeah, that works.
Old and I don't get it.
I want to be able to get the gist of what it is, even if I'm not confident enough to use it myself. Oop, there goes that light. Guess I have to find a new light.
Musical lights.
Well, I'm out of those lights now. 1 second. How bright can we get these?
Oh my. Hello.
I don't usually turn those ones on because they're more orange, though.
Well, that's fine. This is just a chillax knitting.
Yeah.
You're even in your comfy chair. Totally fine.
Yeah, I know. It's great. With my fuzzy blanket. Erin says, I was born in 92. Okay, so that's what I thought. I'm only a year older than you. It's probably because I lived under a rock with no TV more than my age. I mean, like, we didn't watch a lot of TV too, but like the TV guide was just like, it was there. It was the thing that lived on the coffee table.
My mom thought the TV guide was dumb, so we stopped getting it the moment she was able to have the TV show show up on the TV.
Also says, I confused my niece by telling her that I was born in the last millennium.
Yep.
Oh, God. I'm like, that wasn't that long ago. Like, no? Children born in the current millennium are now old enough to drink in America.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
Okay. Yeah, the new millennium kids are college age.
Mm-hmm.
Young whippersnappers.
I was the worst ever. I was the worst old geezer I have ever heard.
I don't claim to be a voice actor.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. What episode are you up to in Critical Role?
131? 32?
You're making progress.
Okay, I don't remember. I'm gonna open the thing and hope it doesn't open in the wrong thing. Oh, yep, it does. It opens in the wrong thing. Hey, now you know what browser I'm using. Okay, but what I actually
Are you sharing
want to
your
know,
screen? I don't know what you're doing.
That wasn't the plan. Ooh, that's a fun cake. What am I looking for? I'm so wildly distracted by all of these YouTube videos now. I wanted my history. I wanted to know what thing I was on.
It's because you still haven't watched Morgan Donner's latest video.
Oh, no, with the hair?
Yeah.
Yes, I finally watched that.
Did you?
I'm so glad
good.
you warned me. I would have cried.
I was like, no, she needs to know.
Thank you. I appreciate the warning. I need trigger warnings when people are going to shave off their long hair into a buzz cut.
Like Diana length, too buzzed, guys.
It wasn't quite my length, but it was close, and I'm like, ah! Like I was having palpitations like when she was doing the wolf cut, and I'm like, I knew this was coming, and it's still stressing me out so bad. But yes, 131 is where I'm at on Critical Role. Okay. And there's only 141 episodes?
Yeah, 141, yeah.
141 being the length of like 2.5 episodes?
Give or take, yeah, because it's a final.
Yeah, because it's like 8 hours long.
7 and change, yeah. It was a long night. It's a long night. Where are you at in the story?
Because I watched the Exandria wrap up in between the episodes, so now I don't remember. They are in the Blooming Grove. They're at the they're in the Blooming Grove right before they head back up north to either save the world or maybe die in the process.
Okay, Smokey. Now I know where you are.
Also says we only had one TV channel when I grew up. See, I hear tales about this, not having a million TV channels, and I don't honestly remember having like I don't really remember how many TV. There was never anything good on, so like having more channels didn't help anything. I had like the 3 or 4 shows that I watched ever. But I think
as a child, I lived in a place that only had 4 digits for phone numbers.
Wow. That's so small.
We were tiny. We had one paved road, guys. We were the capital city of a territory.
We have a paved road.
It was called Ring Road. Guess what shape it made?
Gosh.
I mean, outside school, when you got dropped off and got picked up, half the time, in the wintertime, half the kids went home in snowmobiles. With parents.
Well, because that makes sense there.
It does. It really does.
No. What is my yarn doing?
I don't know
Sherry
what your
says
yarn's doing.
She did her swatch. I get 12 stitches per inch with an 8mm, so I will use 8mm and 9mm.
Oh, maybe I'll get lucky and have the same ratio. That would be beautiful.
Susanna, I was born in 1953. I cannot fully process that. That's so long ago.
I promise. You're just not helping. With everyone making fun of you for being young when you say things like that.
I know. But like, honestly though, anything before the 90s is like nebulously sometime in history because I didn't live through it. It's just a thing that happened in history sometime. Before some stuff and after some other stuff.
That's descriptive.
Well, it just all kind of mushes together like that after a while. There's like the period of time that like I know people that lived in this time, and then there's the time before that where it's like World War II, World War I, 1880. It's all the same.
Wildly different time frames.
Well,
but
there's
okay.
So I'm like, the way it works in my brain is like there's like ancient history that like that's like paleontology, archaeology, all that stuff, like that kind of ancient history.
Several million years ago.
Yeah, and then there's like written human history.
Yeah.
Then there's the part of history that I didn't live through, but people I know lived through it, and then there's the part I've lived through.
Okay. Oh
Which,
my god.
I realize that the first 2 chunks are just unfathomably huge.
You're just making my brain hurt.
I'm not a historian, so I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about history, but like broadly, that's how my brain categorizes it. Like, my emotional reaction to a date is it's archaeology, it's written history, or it's actually history that somebody's lived through.
Okay.
And yeah, it's. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying that's how my brain works.
Oh boy. Sure. That's one way of looking at it. I'm not sure how that's how I would look at it.
Sherry's telling me to stop talking. Okay. For Diana, Asa says, for Diana, it is dinosaurs, then Second World War, then the present. Exactly! Like, people were totally riding around on T-Rexes in World War II. That's obviously how history works.
You have a video game that does that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well, somewhere in that wide expanse of written history is what I studied.
Yep. I'm pretty sure in grade school they teach you the most boring parts of the written history, and that's about it.
Oh, I think it depends on what kind of history you get to have, which is dependent upon your location.
And also how good your teacher is.
Yeah. I mean, we don't live in England, so like when we're growing up as in the younger elementary school, is it primary in England and in Europe? I'm not sure how the school grades are orientated. Yeah, sure. Before junior high, so before you're 13, we don't have like kings that explode after they're dead. You know, we don't have mysterious murders of like we don't have that kind of cool history. Like the most exciting thing that happened to us is we asked to be a country and England said, okay, sure. Like that's on the good side.
Kinda, yeah. But like,
yeah, I mean, we got a lot of genocide. We have a lot of cultural
like exciting
destruction.
stuff happened. And if you get into it from like, if you get down to like a personal level of like you're a person, this is your daily life, and then historic event happens and this is how it affects you personally, and like having that connection is like when I get a history lesson in like that and there's like an emotion to the history and it's not just dates and names with no emotional attachment, like that's boring. But when there's an emotional attachment, then it's like, oh my gosh, history is fascinating.
Yeah, I need to take Diane to Europe. I know, guys. I know. We're gonna have to go visit all the things. You can work out of the country for 3 months, right?
Yeah, 90 days.
It might take us that long.
Why, that's just the amount of time I can work. I can take time off outside of that.
I know. It could take all your weekends for 90 days, plus your vacation time.
I'm down. Let's go.
Done and done. We're going to the city of Bologna, which is the birthplace of university as you understand it.
Sweet. Let's do it.
And quite frankly, I need to go speak very bad English and get offended at people when they think I'm American.
Just wear a little Canada pin. It'll be fine.
Oh, you know me. I'll end up sticking myself with the pin or losing the pin somewhere. Just how it works. It's fine. Yeah,
Aaron says the only part of history class I remember is the 20s and 30s because we made music videos about it.
Sure.
That sounds like a great lesson.
It's a good way to learn.
Yeah, I had zero interest in history class and like social studies until we had a really good teacher in high school, and then suddenly I like cared about things because he gave us a reason to care about it. It wasn't just memorize these dates and these names.
I remember my American history teacher in grade 9. Yeah, because in grade 9 I took American history. Then grade 10 I took Canadian history. Grade 11 I took world history. And then grade 12 I took an extra specialty history course. 10, 11, 12? 10, 11, 12? Yeah, 3 years of high school. What did I take in grade 9? I took something in grade 9. The courses were weird because I was advanced in some levels and then I was like at the base level at others.
Oh, I gotta love how that works.
Like my art teacher stopped teaching me art in grade 10 and just kind of let me do whatever I want as long as I handed in assignments because I was already at university level art class.
Oh, all
So,
right.
okay. You learned something
Actually,
that
that kind
Jocelyn
of
learned
happened
two
in
years ago.
high school computer science.
Yeah.
We finished the
Yeah.
course material like 2.5 weeks early, so we were allowed to just, as long as you're not bothering the other students, do what you want.
Yep.
I learned a dance move.
Sure, why not? Not bugging anybody, so it gets confusing. But yeah, I took American history, world history, and ancient history. Or world history, American history, Canadian history. And the only one I didn't enjoy was Canadian history. But I don't think the teacher enjoyed teaching it either.
Yeah. Well, like a whole lot of not much happens for long stretches of time, or rather, a whole lot of not much from the European standpoint happened. I imagine there was quite a lot of skirmishes from the other side of that history that'd be very
But we won't.
fascinating to talk about.
But well, a lot of them we may never know about because it's oral history, and a lot of it's been lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just upset about that. I'm very upset that I am part of that side of history.
It's a point. Every single culture has been on that side of history. Every
Fair.
single culture's been on both sides of that history. This just happens to be the most present case.
Asa says, I want
We're
to do
humans.
a history tour of Europe and the Middle East.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I,
I
I
know like
joke about it, but it's
nothing.
not a lie. If I get over there, it is going to be very hard to get me to come home again because there's so much to see and do and go into person and just exist with that it's
Mm-hmm.
astonishing. And
I
unfortunately, I
know
can't do it alone anymore. So,
I know basically nothing about the Middle East. Like, I can name maybe 3 countries, but I could not even put them on a map.
well, you have to thank Istanbul. It was Constantinople for a
Istanbul,
big chunk of
Constantinople.
what you
Okay, oh, sorry, I'll stop now.
a big chunk of what you know about ancient Greece and Rome, because they are where we get the texts, a lot of the texts from, because a lot of it was lost in the Western culture with the fall of the Western Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do know there was two Roman empires, right? Like they split.
I
There's
think I
a
was vaguely
Western
aware of that. I don't think I
and an
ever specifically
Eastern.
studied the Roman Empire, so I'm like vaguely aware.
They were one, and then it kind of got messy, and then they were two, and then the Western one, well, got raided too often and fell apart. But the Eastern one lasted for a very long time after that.
I love this. This is a very brief history of the Roman Empire.
Well, I could get into details, but that's facts and dates and boring for you. And quite frankly, it doesn't involve dinosaurs or World War II. You might not pay attention.
There's no dinosaurs. I'm not paying attention.
You're out.
I'm 4 years old. If it doesn't have dinosaurs, I don't care.
I'm done. Do I want to go to Istanbul to see the Great Chain that protects the bay of the city? Yes, because I know the histories and battles where the chain was pulled up and the historical significance of it. Dinah will just think it's a really cool giant chain.
Basically, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know how to phrase it. I need to have somebody with me to go in to see, is it in London that they have the tours you can do, or you can go like have dinner in the catacombs where there's like skulls up in the wall?
What? What? Is that a thing? You can have dinner in catacombs? That feels unsanitary.
Oh, there's tours, there's places in Greece. Yeah, there's lots I want to do. Lots I want to do.
I am so down to be a travel buddy.
I know you are. Just show up and sorry, Chris, I'm stealing your wife for about 2 months. I'll return her. You'll know we're alive. How? We'll be mailing home yarn.
You can expect a yarn shipment about once a week while we're gone.
Listen, if we're going that far, we're going all the way. If we're going that far, we're going all the way. I'm not half-assing it. I'm not. I'm not doing that. If we're gonna go to Europe, we're go until we get to Japan. There are so many interesting sites all the way out there, and then there's that festival in Japan. I think it happens in the springtime that celebrates male body part. Like you can buy foam finger male body part. Like it's a thing.
That's glorious.
And if we're going,
yes.
going all the way. We're not stopping. We're gonna go as far, as far east as you can to get west, and then we're just gonna work our way back.
I might need to take a sabbatical from work for this.
You might. What are you guys doing for the next year? Well, we're starting in New Zealand. We'll let you know when we get home. How are you getting to New Zealand? Hopscotching, because Jocelyn needs to take a break every couple of days from airplane flights.
Yeah. I think maybe taking trains wherever possible.
Oh, yeah.
You see more that way.
Absolutely. But, like, I want to stand in the middle of, like, Russia in a Russian winter just to see what it's like compared to Canadian winters.
I feel like it's got to be pretty similar to a Manitoba winter.
I think so.
But probably the colder days of a Manitoba winter.
Yeah, that's fine. There's things I want to do. I want to go to Edinburgh.
It's a fun time.
I want to be that tourist.
Naughty Thistle says, sounds fun. Let's get the naughty Northern Knits travel group together. Let's do it. We're a travel group now.
World tour. Yeah, just to experience things. But I mean, I do touristy things in my own city just because I can. It's fun.
Well, you live somewhere for so long and you never do any of the touristy stuff. It's like, oh, hey, it might have actually been cool to do that ever.
Mm-hmm. I do the touristy things. They're fun. The only thing I haven't done yet is there's a charity train that goes in the fall, and I might have to do it after the pandemic. And you pay money to get on this train, and it leaves the city and it comes back. It's an old train. It's old, and my uncle James plays the robber. And he comes along and
the prairie dog?
Yeah, he comes along and he robs the train, so you donate to charity. And
yeah.
It keeps trying to convince
I've heard of this.
Dad.
I've never been on that one, but I've
keeps trying to convince my dad, who looks they are brothers.
Uh-huh.
You've met my Uncle James, my dad.
Yes. They sound the same. Like identical. Like I have to look to see who's talking.
You do. You really do. And you keep trying to convince Dad to come along and play the sheriff.
Oh, your dad would be good at that.
He'd be great. And I said,
think that'd be fun.
I can sit in the crowd because it'll make me laugh, and my voice is pretty similar. Because we all have the Douglas laugh. Oh, something I'd like to do.
I think it might be time for a black stripe.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, that's time for a black stripe. Let's do it. Let's have a black stripe.
I mean, it's good because it's important. I'm going to go see Mr. B this weekend. Do I want to go Saturday after gaming or Sunday after podcasting? No snickering.
I actually wasn't going to until you said that, and now I'm snickering. Now I'm snickering.
Now you're snickering?
You know, whatever event is more exciting to you, you should, I guess, go after that.
Oh, jeez. The worst human on the planet.
Well, thank you. I try.
Oh my God.
Jen says she did the Prairie Dog Express tour. It is fabulous. Our kids still remember that. They were small when we went. It's fun.
Yeah. just fun things I want to do. Like,
It's
I
like
remember when we
it's an
did the
old steam
tour.
engine, and it goes up through
You and
like
I,
it used to go through Stonewall at one point a long time ago.
I think so, yeah.
Sherry's laughing at
Well,
you too, by the way.
thanks, Cher. uh, I think I'll go Saturday after gaming because on Monday I'm at the big Warhammer Fantasy Monster Mash game at a buddy's house. I'm gonna do that. Then I can have Sunday to make sure that I've got food prepped for Monday so I can take stuff with me to eat. That'd be a good idea.
Good plan.
That's adulting.
Yep.
And, you know, then I'm not out Saturday or out Sunday and then out Monday because, man, the tiny dictator would have my head. Is she still sleeping in her perch?
It looks like. Oh, Erin's off to bed. Good night.
Night, Erin.
Do. Switch the color. Switch the color.
Switch the color.
Flip the tape now.
Oh.
Flip the tape now. It's time to flip the tape now. Dun, 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 dun. It's probably a really niche thing that is lost on absolutely everyone, and that's okay.
Look at this mohair.
It's so fuzzy. I love it.
I wound it off, and then I had to find where the freaking yarn started. I actually had to pull it out and leave it free floating because it blended in so badly I couldn't find it. So blendy.
Oh, and it's sticky too, so it's not like it'll come out on its own.
Nope, that was a pain in the butt to find. But it's for the winter on my mind for Erin. Let's pair these two.
I like it. I'm excited. I want to see this.
Well, I mean, all I have right now is a garter section of the noir because that's the first section. It's a garter triangle, guys. Not that exciting. But it'll get exciting once I start striping in the mohair. Striping in the mohair.
Jen says 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes left in this damn football game, then I can claim the TV. Haha. Yes, we will be big on the TV or something. I don't know.
Sure, why not? Mwahaha.
Mwahaha. Ah. Yeah, I gotta work on that.
I wish I could cackle like my sister does. My sister has a great witch cackle. I do not.
I want to do the Dr. Horrible laugh. I wish I could do that. But I don't
even
think
know
I
what
have
the Dr.
appropriate
Horrible
vocal.
laugh is.
It's Neil
I would
Patrick
have
Harris just hamming it up and doing like a really good rendition of a bad villain laugh.
I think I've seen Dr. Horrible sing along.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it. I think Ben made me watch it one day.
Probably. Rachel says your yarn is pretty.
It is pretty. It's Erin yarn.
Oh no, don't do that.
Sorry, I'm with Erin.
Well, it is 9:15, I guess 9:15 for you. It's 10:15 for me.
It is. But hey, it's a thing. Yeah, it has gotten dark outside. It has gotten dark outside. The lights are on in my living room, so I had to look out the window. Hey, I have dried apricots here.
That sounds like a good snack.
It is. I ordered some more of the organic ones that don't have corn on them.
Oh, no. I'm awake.
Sure you are.
It's totally
On the bright side, we were able to sit down and chat with everybody and do some knitting, which is beautiful.
Rachel says she's cut off from Erin yarn until I do at least one sweater. I have 3 sweater quantities of her yarn. You definitely have more of her yarn than I do. And I signed up for a whole year of sock club.
That's a fair bit. But I mean, really, it's not a tragedy to have to knit an Aran sweater.
Oh, whoa. Whoa. So much whoa.
Whoa. So
So much
much woe.
whoa.
I feel like that's a perfectly acceptable thing to have to cast on. And we have reached September, which is like everybody's massive cast on all the things month.
It's the, oh, hey, Christmas isn't that far away. I should maybe start all that knitting.
That we probably should have started months ago. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's how that works in my brain.
Oh, well.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I'm awake. I'm awake. My eyes are watering. I'm so not awake. Wow. What is wrong with me?
I say, I don't think I believe this whole you're a night owl thing. I think you've secretly become.
A permanently exhausted pigeon?
Sure.
Maybe.
Permanently exhausted pigeon.
I can't take credit for that one. That's some meme from somebody else.
That's
I am
fair.
neither a morning. It was all bird references. A morning something or a night owl. An early bird or a night owl. I am a permanently exhausted pigeon.
It's very cute. I only get tired towards the end of my day. The start of my days, I wake up and I'm good to go.
I usually am, but not today, apparently. Oh, Miranda's in chat. Hello, you are having another live. Yes, we are. It was an ish as to whether it was happening. So, yes, we are having another live.
Well, I felt bad for the people who I knew wouldn't be able to join earlier today, so it's like, whatever. Oh no, I have to chat with Diana and people about knitting for a while. That's a hardship.
Oh, no. I have
That's
to...
difficult.
I
Do
have
some
to
knitting?
not play... yeah, do some knitting and not play video games? Oh, no.
Now, don't get me wrong, guys. It is a sacrifice because I'm closing in on some achievements on Boyfriend Dungeon, but I'm okay with it.
Oh, Nikki Knits is here as well.
Hey! I didn't actually get around to winding that last skein of yarn today. You can only wind so much yarn and then your wrist hurts.
Fair.
And you're done with it. Or at least I can only wind so much yarn and then my wrist hurts and I'm done with it. But I do have that, is it goldfinch? Is that super cheerful yellow?
Yeah.
With charcoal? No, technically I started yawning because it's late for me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's ready for Jocelyn socks. I just have to wind it.
I have the Diana socks back on the good needles now.
Do you?
This is a spoiler for
Excellent.
Sunday, but I have the Diana socks back on the needles.
Which is good. It means you will get some Diana sock work done, which you really want to do.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Can you finish them by the end of the month?
With mittens going, and I need to start doing some knitting for the advent calendar. Maybe. We'll see. I finished one pair of socks during our sock along.
Okay.
It means I succeeded, right? Because we count
Yes.
whips.
We did.
So we're good. I succeeded at that one. I didn't fail abysmally. Cue the Windows logon noise. Didn't fail abysmally at the sock along.
It's true. That means you're still well and above any other knit along year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. You've made so much progress. Ugh. So good. So good.
No, I'm not.
It's
Miranda is working. I can read. Hang on. Working on Creekside Crescent Last 6 rows, but each lace row is 402 stitches. Oi. Oi.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's painful. Oh
that's
my
pain.
God. I
That's
don't even know what
pain.
that shawl looks like.
What am I doing? That's not a knit stitch. That's a purl stitch. What are you doing
It's
here?
called the Creekside shawl?
Creekside Crescent.
Creekside Crescent.
We're stalking the
That's
pattern now.
of course I am. It's me. Are we shocked by this?
No. Not in the slightest. Nikki is asking when are we recording again so she can get us a coupon code for the new sock pattern she's releasing in a few days. We're doing our first Sunday of the month live episode on Sunday this weekend in 2 days.
My time. 2 days.
Yes. So this Sunday, noon Manitoba time, we're doing it live.
Creekside Crescent?
Creekside Crescent.
I even slept in today. Why am I so tired?
I'm passing it on through the power of the...
I don't want your tiredness. Oh, it's a cozy up knit pattern. That's why I recognize the name. Oh, that's a lace pattern.
Okay, so Nikki's going to DM us on Instagram.
Ooh, yes, please.
We'll have a coupon code for more socks. I'm into it.
Yeah. Oh, Diana, you should look at this lace pattern.
Okay, hang on. I have 2 more stitches in this round.
Okay.
I
guess I could just share my screen, couldn't I?
You could. That is a thing you can do.
Guys.
I was going to read a thing. Rachel, I believe Creekside is what broke my test knitting streak with the girls because I didn't want to do a giant crescent. LOL. Fair.
Crescents are serious business. Those rows get long fast. They look amazing, but those rows get long fast. All right. Here we go.
Oh, that's pretty.
But if you're down in this dark lace section in here, that's some serious stitches.
Yeah.
That's some serious stitches.
I like it. I want to wear it. I don't want to knit it. It's not too often that It's not too often that there are things that I want to wear that I don't want to knit.
I want to knit, yeah. No,
that is one of them. I don't want to knit that, but I want to wear it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do it either. It's a very pretty shawl pattern though.
Usually I'm quite happy to knit the thing and then wear it. Or maybe knit the thing and not wear it just because it looks like fun to knit and I want to take pictures of it and then never wear it like so many of my shawls. Maybe I'll wear my shawls more now.
You say that every year.
I do. Well, so my thought process here is that fall is not very long in Manitoba. There's like summer where it's too hot for shawls. And then it's winter where you're wearing your shawls, but it's under a parka so nobody can see it.
Unless you're Jocelyn.
Yes. Unless you're like polar adapted like Jocelyn and go about with your parka open. Like it's some kind of cardigan. It was just like a nice idea that maybe you didn't want to be too chilly today at -40.
Diana may have gone outside with me, bundled to the nines, and we may have gotten outside and I may have looked at her and gone, should I do the buttons on my coat up?
You're an adult, you can do what you want, but fine. Fine, you just be warm over there and I'll just shiver over here in my giant parka, knee-high boots, and I'll just shiver.
It's just, I know it's not fair of me to do that to her, but it's so dang funny.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Nikki's asking, do colorwork / mosaic colorwork shawls count for the winter gear cal?
Sure. You wear it like a skirt, it counts. I wear my shawls like scarves.
Okay, there you go. Shawls count because shawls are like scarves.
Shelves are like scarves.
They're basically
Shawls
scarves.
are just
They're funny shaped
different
scarves.
shaped scarves. Funny shaped scarves. Yeah, that's all they are. That's fine. Yeah, no, totally counts. Totally counts. So I'm gonna do the woodland knit shawl, that huge big colorwork shawl with all the animals all over it.
Yeah. Oh, life goals.
Oh man, that's okay. I keep obsessively checking Dragon Horde designs to see if she's released her latest sweater pattern, because I want that witchy Halloween one. But she has not yet. More waiting. Lasai. Because what I need is more sweaters in my life. Somehow.
Yes. Yes. We all need more sweaters in our life.
Is this even a thing for me?
Nikki's casted on the Opus shawl. I don't know what that one looks like. Miranda, the hashtag for the Winter Gear Cal is NKP Winter Gear KAL.
It's true, it is.
It's probably in the show notes of last week's episode.
Yeah,
If I was
we
smart,
talked about it last week.
Is it possibly... Was I smart enough to put it in the title for this?
I don't know.
Was I smart enough to put it in the title for this live? Was I that smart?
I have no idea. I don't know. Were you that smart?
I was! The hashtag's actually in the title of the live right now. I was smart. Look at me go.
You're a genius.
Rachel wants to know which sweater it is that you're waiting for.
There's one that she's designing that's got like a sort of witchy theme colorwork section to it, or like moony,
Ooh.
like moon at the bottom. I want that one. I remember seeing a picture of it from one of the ladies who was test knitting the pattern, but I have not yet necessarily gone in and seen it published yet, so that is a thing that I need to keep an eye out on. But it occurred to me, if that Impeccable is on sale, then I need to buy the yarn for the Holly cardigan.
For the which cardigan?
Holly cardigan. It is a crochet cardigan.
Ooh.
Literally Holly, like the plant, Holly, and then cardigan.
Mm-hmm.
By Brianna. Oh my word. Nope, I can't. Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay, Holly's cardigan by Brianna something long and unpronounceable.
Starts with an L, I think. Possibly
okay.
an I. Could be wrong. Hang on, let me do some math. I need to know how much worsted weight yarn I need. Sure, she lists it in that size, but not in chest sizes. So buy for 2XL, even though I normally only need an XL. For length, that's fine. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 is an XL. 2, 3, 4.
The Opus is by Maxim Kerr, CYR. It is mosaic, the whole thing. I am loving it. Ooh, that sounds. Oh my gosh, my nose. That does not. Okay. It's not what that sounds like. But yes, that sounds good.
It's not what that sounds like.
Oh, hey, look, remember earlier today when we were talking about jacquard floats and I did not remember? I was so excited about them and I opened a tab so that I'd remember. That tab's still open because I forgot. This is why I open tabs for things that I want to remember to do, because I had forgotten about that completely already. Oh, that's pretty. I like that.
But if the Impeccable's on sale, I should get 3 colors in the Impeccable and do this in a 70s.
Yes.
So like brown to red to orange, like the pumpkin orange. Is that 70s enough? Chocolate brown, a deep red, and then the pumpkin orange on top.
You could even do a green. I think that would also be pretty 70s.
Yes, it would be. I think it's only because there's the yellow on the top and I can't wear yellow that close to my face.
Mm-hmm.
But I can wear pumpkin that close to my face. So if I just shift the colors up by one and put brown at the bottom, that'll work fine.
I like
And
that.
then buy for the
Oh, the sweater pattern that you were talking about is called Witchling.
Witchling.
And the test period finished up yesterday, so it should come out very, very soon. Next couple of weeks, maybe.
Excellent.
Oh, Amy in chat is saying Witchling September 17th.
Ooh, beautiful. Thank you.
I love being able to crowdsource information.
It's very flippin' handy. I just buy 2 balls of everything. That's more than enough for what I need.
I think it's a good thing I put on my pajamas. I might go straight to bed after this. No, that's a lie. I'm going to play Metro after this.
No, not going to happen. I need...
I might try to stay awake long enough to watch an episode of the show that me and Chris started earlier this week that we've almost got entirely through season 1 of.
I love how you say the show, but you don't actually...
I was continuing on to say it's a German show called Dark, so it's subtitled, so you do need to be somewhat awake for it, and it's time travel, so it kind of hurts your brain.
Oh my word.
Kind of need to be awake for it. Yeah, it's a show about time travel in German. So time travel plus subtitles. I don't know if I'm awake enough for that. But it's so good and I want to know what's happening. Because it answers some questions and then leaves you with more questions and it's just very well done. Like, it gives you plenty of clues to, like, figure stuff out on your own, but it'll take you there if you don't get it on your own. But by the time it's answered those questions, you have, like, 10 other questions that they're just not getting to, and it's just... Yes, Sherry, Dark is amazing. It's good. It's so good. And there's 3 seasons of it. We watched so many episodes last night. I was only going to watch 1, but I think we did like 4.
That sounds like way too many episodes to me.
I may have been missing things by the end.
Especially for one that does, like, the time travel thing. Oh, I think I need that red that I made the winter patchwork cardigan out of, because it's a really good red.
Mm-hmm.
To go with brown. And then the pumpkin orange for the top.
Miranda's saying there's a nice free knit pumpkin pattern on Ravelry if you need one for your October crafting, decorating.
I might. I need more pumpkins anyway, because I just need more crocheted knit pumpkins in my life. Just needs to be a thing. All right.
All this talk of tiny pumpkins and all I can think of is the Bo Burnham song about a white woman's Instagram.
Jeez.
Things like latte foam art and tiny pumpkins. The thing on TikTok with that song is like you play the song and then as he's listing all the things you stop your video once he says something that's on your Instagram. I think the joke is that there's only like 2 things in this list, but everybody's got latte foam art and tiny pumpkins.
Nope.
I have neither of these things on my Instagram feed.
I don't have foam art and I don't make tiny pumpkins.
But you will make tiny pumpkins.
I make regular sized pumpkins. Like, I'm assuming when you talk tiny pumpkins, you're talking like amigurumi. Like, tiny.
Well, like...
I make, like pumpkins.
Like, one of the... I think the... Specifically, I think the song is referring to actual, like, grown living pumpkins as opposed to crocheted ones.
Okay.
Like the decorative pumpkins that you can buy at the grocery store, the decorative gourds.
Oh yeah, those I don't buy.
Yeah. But yeah, nobody wants to knit like a whole pumpkin-sized pumpkin.
Yeah, that's too much. Way too much yarn.
Ashley is asking, is winter gear only accessories?
We sort of set it up to be accessories. Why? What are you thinking?
Yes, let us know.
Sales
What
pitch
are you
me.
thinking?
Sales pitch me.
We're pretty ish about stuff, so if you can make a good case for it, we'll probably say sure.
Probably, yeah. We're known for it. Okay. Pumpkin color.
Nobody else has tiny pumpkins either. Okay, we're all good. No tiny pumpkins here.
Chocolate brown for the white
Or maybe it
sweater.
was latte foam art. I don't know. This 15-second lag has me guessing at context sometimes when the conversation moves quickly. Like, I think we were talking about this 20 seconds ago. I might be wrong. I don't know.
That needs to go away. How much yarn is in my cart currently? Microphone's in the way.
Ashley
I think that
says,
says
I'm on a cardigan kick, but I'm itching to cast on a couple of shawls and hats.
oh, well, shawls, yeah, because shawls are just funny scarves.
Yes, we determined this. Shawls are funny scarves.
52.36. I have 2 sweaters in my cart, and I have spent $52. God, I love Impeccable when it's on sale.
You got me feeling like I need to just have some of that around, because then you just like go, poof, I made a blanket, or poof, I made a cardigan, or just poof, here's a thing that is mostly fully formed.
Well, yeah,
And I'm
that's
just like,
the idea.
I have pretty yarn, but it's like I lack the thing to stick it together into something.
Oh, yeah, no, I like having it so that when I'm ready to cast on that gold and black sweater that I want to crochet, I could just cast on and go when the mood hits me. Like having a good curated stock makes so, and it is stock is what I have. My stash is stock. That's what it is. And it's never bothered me to have it, because then if like that urge hits, I don't have to go, oh, is it in color? Because like I'm waiting on that Catherine Fairy coat, because I just didn't have the yarn I needed to cast on the Catherine Fairy coat, the yarn that I wanted anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But these are sweaters that I like and I've been thinking about and enjoy looking at and want to make. I don't necessarily want to make them right this freaking instant, but I do want to make them. And if I don't, oh no, I have a really nice acrylic yarn color I can use in something else. So like they will get used.
That makes sense.
I don't have to worry about that part. So I'm not going to. I'm going to struggle to figure out how to get out of my cart.
Help, I've fallen into a cart full of yarn and I can't get out.
Oh, roughly, yeah. Something on the Give Thanks decor. No, thank you. I don't want to save 40% off on the Give Thanks decor. What are you loading now, Michaels?
Everything. Loading everything all the time.
Sometimes I want to go faster than my... I have things for that. I don't necessarily need buy one, get one free if I don't actually require it. What I need are picture frames.
She says, I enjoy having a curated collection of yarn too, but there's a fine line between perfect and too much, and overwhelming for me.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel says, be careful, that's how you end up with a stash like mine. Ashley, I'm still learning that line. Yes, aren't we all?
Oh, you're not wrong. It's not
At this
hard
point,
to get to that.
I've learned not to buy yarn unless I'm going to cast on the thing like in the next week or two, for sure.
That was a motorbike. I've learned that I love casting things on at 7:15 in the morning, and nothing is open at 7:15 in the morning. But that is when I'm up and I want to cast things on and I want to start doing stuff. And if it's there, I'm like inspired and I'll do it for like 8 hours, or then all of a sudden, poof, there's a blanket, because I just go. But if I have to wait and I'm not in the mood, it won't happen.
Mm-hmm. It'll somehow take like 4 months
to do a heel of a sock.
Yeah.
So I've learned
he
that,
says, I'm 5'4" on a good day, so that almost happened to me. Shopping carts are big. Almost literally fell in a shopping cart.
When you're 5'4", that's totally a thing that could happen. Not so much for me. But I'm the size of a man, so. All right.
I don't know if I fit in a shopping cart. I haven't tried since I was a child.
I couldn't even do the get drunk at 18 and get in the shopping cart. I had to be the person pushing the shopping cart.
You just need to drink more so you get bendier.
I'm super sure that's not how that works.
I'm super sure that is how that works.
Super sure that is not how that works.
I'm super sure.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it occurred to me, I'm in here. What in the world? Stop showing me extra thingies. My screen is blown up. I cannot handle this.
Oh, there was a website somebody shared at work. It was just funny, but it's just like a skeleton web page to like give you an example of stuff, that sort of a thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, but it's titled an article I want to read on the internet, but then you get like the pop-up for this and the pop-up for that and all of the ads, and then you have to click read more to actually see the rest of the article, which is like, it's just a nonsense article. But then it's like, and it gives you the full experience of trying to read an article on one of those websites where there's just all of the pop-ups and all of the stuff, and it just, yep, that's the modern internet. It's noisy. So many pop-ups.
It's noisy and it's very inaccessible because it's too noisy.
Yes. If we could all just stop with the pop-ups. Please, nobody likes them. Nobody
likes them.
Nobody likes to program them. Nobody likes to see them. People with screen readers especially don't want them. I hate
of the
when the
depths
pop-ups...
of hell. I would like to resign that person who decided that when you scroll past a video, it meant you needed a small video square to pop up on your screen. I want to murder-nate that person. I really don't like them.
Oof. That'll be some marketing decision.
Ugh.
Ashley, I'm almost 30 weeks pregnant. I'm sure I could still fit in a shopping cart, but I wouldn't be able to get out. I'd be super impressed to see you get in the thing. 30 weeks pregnant.
I feel like don't do that.
Yeah, I think you might just be stuck there.
I don't think you're getting back out. That's a bad idea. Really bad idea. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm at that point of tired where I'm like, hee hee, that's funny. Therefore, we should do it. That sounds like a good idea because lulz.
Wow, that is no, sweetie. No.
Like, that sounds funny. We should do it. I do not need alcohol to make poor decisions.
No,
I just need a bit of sleep deprivation.
No.
Not even sleep deprivation.
Do really well on your own.
I really do. I apparently like making bad decisions, which is why I surround myself with people that only make good decisions, because then I don't have space to make bad decisions.
Wow, that does not describe me. That does not describe me well at all. Okay.
Well, at least people who won't make dangerous decisions.
Measure a thing.
Oh,
I need to measure a thing. I need to measure a thing, so I have to leave the screen for a second. Well, maybe. I'll put socks on my feet so now I can't get up.
Oh, Nikki's got a great suggestion for my bad decision-making mood. You know, it would be funny, Diana? Buy all my patterns in my raft store. In one go, even the ones you have. That sounds like a great idea. Actually, honestly, there is a not insignificant chunk of my brain that actually is thinking, yeah, that actually does sound great. Let's do that. Because it would be funny.
I think it's so
It's
much
not an
funny that
insignificant part of my brain that says that.
I think it's so
It's
much
not an
funny that
insignificant part of my brain that says
she
that.
likes most of your patterns anyway, Nikki. So doing it
It's
extra
true.
is
Honestly,
not
honestly.
an idea.
It would not exactly be a hardship. My brain's like, you should do it now while you're live, because it would be funny.
Watch as we enable Diana. I think there was one chat where we were talking. We enabled you into a whole sweater quantity's worth of yarn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We've done that to her, and that was in the middle of the afternoon. Middle of the afternoon, people. We've got skills. Okay.
I think I might be too agreeable for my own good, is what I'm getting out of this.
Yes.
Wow. I'm increasingly realizing just how lucky I am that I've never encountered anybody that tries to take advantage of that.
You're too cute for your own good.
Ting!
Ting!
What are you measuring?
I wouldn't be able to. I have to replace two of my poster frames, and I'm trying to decide if I want to. I guess I could crowdsource this, couldn't I? Because there's people in chat.
Yeah, this is the perfect time to crowdsource things.
Size my frame a little. Okay, so story time. I bought a house when I was 19. I was either 18 or 19. Anyway, it was an old house, like this building old. And the insulation in the house was newspaper from World War II.
Okay.
So I kept some of it and I put it in poster frames to put it on display. Except now the poster frames are degrading and I need to replace them.
Okay. And now we've wandered away. Leaving us in suspense.
Is a collage. 2 posters worth of this newsprint that I've kept. But I need new frames because these are quite poor shape. So
Sherry's asking if there's any dinosaurs in the
no, because it's World War II, so dinosaurs are dead at this point.
Are you sure though? Like all that whole period is just like mushed together, right?
If there was dinosaurs, the Nazis would have had them. And it would have been on propaganda somewhere. It sounds like I found one of the first Campbell Soup's color ads for tomato soup, and I gave it to my mom. She's a huge Campbell tomato soup fan.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to end up keeping the same size frame, I think. Maybe. But it's 20 inches by 28 inches. Or do I go down and take out some of the collage stuff, like some of it's seen some wear and tear, and go down to like a 16 by 20?
I don't know.
Which is quite reasonable. I think I'm going to go down. So I could keep them the same size. Downsizing them a little bit does make some sense. What do you guys think? Go down a size or stay the original size I've got going?
Ominous silence.
Ominous silence. Yeah,
while
it's
we wait
a $10.
While we wait for chat to catch up. Look, I have a thing. Whoa, I pressed a button with my yarn. What did I do? I should not be allowed near computers. Look, I have some cuff. Yay. Okay.
Oh, that looks good. Yeah, no, striping was a good call. Noting that it's an extra $10 to stay at this size. I think I got water in my ear from my bath yesterday.
Yeah, it happens.
That's going to take a day or two to get out. That's what I think.
Ooh, we have a picture of sent a pic of Marvel's curl update. You were right, her hair was trying hard to curl. It's okay. I'm looking right now.
What are you doing?
I need to know. I need to see the curly. Oh, it's so girly. Oh, it's so sweet. I want to go like floof floof floof.
Floof,
I don't know
floof,
what it is about curly hair. I just like I want to touch it and go like floof. I love it. Rachel says, if it's only a $10 difference, definitely stay the same size. But Tracy says, go down a size if it makes sense.
I'm just wondering, because it's really big. I don't have that much wall space really left. I worry about it overwhelming the size of my other prints and stuff, which aren't that big, unless you count the wall hanging, and I don't think we can count Gray. He's his own department. You guys don't know what Japanese wall hangings are. We can share photos. Specifically anime wall hangings. I've discovered in the bedroom that I have, my brother-in-law was helping me hang it. He's like, well, if we hang Gray here, you have space for another one here, and then you've got space on that wall for one, and you've got space for 2 or 3 more across the other long wall. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could get like 5 more wall hangings.
Rachel says, if lacking wall space, then definitely go down. And Nikki says, I'm allowed to share this picture, so I'm going to share the cute picture.
Ooh, yes, please share the cute photo. I mean, like, I can just go look, but yeah, share the cute photo.
Okay, I'm going to drag the cute photo. Look at the cute fluffy hair. I just want to go like floof, floof, floof. You can't see me right now, but I want to go floof. I want to floof the curly hair. I just want to touch it. It's a terrible thing that I've discovered that for whatever reason, it doesn't matter whose kid it is, but I want to touch their head and call them sweetie. And I don't know when this started. And like all children, I just want to touch their head and call them sweetie. And like,
creepy old lady.
Yes. I don't know. I don't like, and it's just like this powerful impulse that is so hard to rein in.
You're a menace to society.
I am. Well, like the niece, she hates when people touch her hair. And I do it every goddamn time. I know she hates it. I understand this. I just do it without thinking, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I know you hate this. I can't stop.
Listen, you need to learn about consent and boundaries.
I freaking know. I know all about these things, and I don't even realize I'm doing it till I've already done it, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Ashley says, if you're lacking wall space, then spend the money on yarn instead.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, can't argue with that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. What I have to wait out and watch out for is when they start putting the Halloween decor stuff on sale. Oh my god, Michaels, you are having such troubles tonight. They have this you can buy like the Village. You know what I'm talking about?
No. Village? What Village?
I will pull up a photo for you. One momento, please. Please hold. And Sherry says, please hold.
Please hold. I've had to start. I haven't totally settled on please hold, but I've realized I do need like holding music at work when I'm on a call with somebody and I'm like trying to figure something, like we're like working on code together, and I need like, I've heard what you said and I'm processing it and I'm trying to formulate a good response that is intelligent and like thoughtful, and like I haven't dropped the call. I have heard you. I have understood you. I need time to think. And when you're in person or even like on video, you've got some level of body language to communicate that, you know, I'm thinking. But you've got none of that on an audio call. So I need a sound that indicates I'm thinking. Please wait a minute.
Call me old school. But I always like the That's an interesting idea. Give me a second. I'm going to mold that over.
That works.
I am also used to phones with cords that are plugged into walls. What can I tell you?
And
All
Sherry's
right.
off to bed as well. Good night, Sherry.
Good night, Sherry. Well, I think after this we need to wrap up. So
I think so, yeah.
yeah. So this is the spooky town.
Just download the Jeopardy theme song. Yes, that's what I can do.
That's exactly what a thinking moment is. This is the spooky town.
What is
Miniature
this? It's like a
pieces.
Christmas village, but it's Halloween. I love it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to start collecting it, and I think this year might be the year I start buying them pieces at the end of the season when they go on sale.
I love this so much.
And start collecting, because some of them light up and move and do things like.
My mom has a Christmas village, and that was always like my favorite Christmas decoration was the Christmas village, and it would, especially the things that would light up, and there was like a magnet skating rink that the people would skate around on. But there's Halloween.
There's a Halloween one, and you get people and cars and tombs and.
I want the Halloween village. I want a Halloween. I have
Yeah.
no place to put. I want a Halloween village.
I
You know
have
what?
no
I
place
totally
to
do
put a
have a place to put
Halloween
this. I want this.
I have no place to put a Halloween village. I'm going to start buying bits for it anyway because I really, really want it.
I want this. Okay, this is.
I really want it.
I want this, but not enough to pay full price. I will wait till it goes on sale at the end of the season.
I figure I'll start buying pieces as they go on sale. I mean, it does limit what you can get, but whatever, that's fine. It's going to be a couple of years before I've got enough of it to like start setting it up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And by then, in theory, I've got a different sort of storage situation going on for most of my stuff, so it won't be quite so weird. But yeah, I'm definitely getting tired.
Yo, it's 11 o'clock for me.
I need to go to bed.
Yep.
For it is nighttime for the Jocelyn. But this was fun. I enjoy doing these lives.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe we don't need to do 2 in one day all that often.
Probably not. No. That was just how it worked out for the cast on for this one. So no, I don't think we need to do that too terribly often. But I'm good. I'm assuming people are saying goodnight in the chat.
Yeah, well, a few people have dropped out already. Yep,
yeah.
12:30 here. It's late. Yep, I think it's bedtime for most of us.
It's bedtime. Diana has the power, so she can sign us off. And I can say until Sunday, guys. We'll see you.
Click the button. Where's the button? Where's the button? Music.
I don't know where the button is.
Music. Ah!